Story title, Uniquely Yours, Exploring Jobs Beyond AI's Reach. In a world where artificial intelligence, AI, is rapidly changing the job landscape, there are still some roles that remain out of reach for our robotic counterparts. According to a recent Fox News AI newsletter, generals are catching the wave of blue-collar jobs that I can't take, as high costs and controversies surrounding college education, coupled with the threat of AI on certain white-collar jobs, push many young people towards trade schools and vocational training. Meanwhile, Amazon.com reported record first-quarter sales, as the AI boom powered growth in its cloud computing unit, helping the company shake off last year's post-pandemic slump. The future of AI is not set in stone, however, as policymakers are warned not to rely on fictional scenarios to regulate AI. Instead, they should focus on the real-world benefits and challenges that AI presents. Google is taking steps to make AI training more accessible, rolling out a new course teaching people how to use AI tools and dedicating $75 million for 1 million Americans to take it for free. The initiative is part of a broader effort to ensure that Americans can fully realize the benefits of AI technology. In other AI news, Amazon's sales surge is being driven by the company's focus on AI, while experts caution against using science fiction to inspire public policy on AI. The article also highlights Google's new course on AI tools, which aims to make AI training more accessible to the general public. The Fox News AI newsletter is a valuable resource for anyone interested in staying up to date on the latest AI technology advancements and learning about the challenges and opportunities AI presents now and for the future. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a policymaker, or a worker looking to stay relevant in a rapidly changing job market, the Fox News AI newsletter has something for everyone. Overall, the future of AI is still uncertain, but one thing is clear: there are still many jobs that I can't take, and there are many opportunities for those willing to embrace the changing landscape. So, whether you're a general Zedder looking for a blue-collar job or a worker looking to upskill, now is the time to catch the wave of AI and ride it to new heights. Source: www.foxnews.com. Story title: Claude AI's innovative iOS app, Team Tool, brings AI to the forefront, CNET. In the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence, Anthropic's latest offerings are making waves. The company's AI chatbot, Claude 3, has been gaining traction since its release in March, and Anthropic is now capitalizing on this success with the introduction of a team plan and an iOS app. Claude 3 is designed to excel in areas such as analysis and forecasting, content creation, code generation, and multilingual conversation. According to Anthropic, Claude 3 exhibits human-like understanding, a quality that is becoming increasingly sought after in AI chatbots. CNET's Ahmed Khan described Claude as the most conversational AI engine, noting its ability to answer questions in a contemplative manner and ask follow-up questions, giving it a sentient feel. The growing interest in generative AI is not limited to Anthropic. Amazon recently announced its own generative AI business assistant, Q, and research from the Boston Consulting Group found that 70% of respondents are excited about using generative AI at work. Anthropic's team plan allows businesses to provide employees with access to the Claude 3 model family, offering greater usage limits and a 200,000 context window for handling complex topics and maintaining multi-step conversations. Additional features, such as citations, data repository integrations, and collaborative AI-generated document editing, are set to be released in the coming weeks. The newly released iOS app offers a seamless experience for Claude users, allowing them to sync their chat history, take and upload photos, and even integrate the app with a conference room whiteboard. An Android version is reportedly in the works, although a release date has not been announced. As AI continues to infiltrate the workplace, tools like Claude are paving the way for a new era of productivity and collaboration. By providing sophisticated AI capabilities in an accessible and user-friendly format, Anthropic and others are democratizing AI and ushering in a future where artificial intelligence is an integral part of daily work life. Source: www.cnet.com. Story title: Empowering Gen Z, AI Solutions for Data Anxiety. In a world where data is abundant but trustworthy information is scarce, a new generation is turning to artificial intelligence for help. According to a recent Salesforce survey, Gen Z is the generation most willing to use AI to better understand and manage their personal data, despite feeling the most anxious about it. The survey found that more than 40% of Americans are overwhelmed by their personal data, and this number rises to over 50% for Gen Z. Financial data is identified as the most important and most intimidating type of personal data, with Gen Z members being 36% more likely than baby boomers to have difficulty understanding the data. However, Gen Z is also more likely to embrace the potential of AI and robots, with 93.2% viewing them positively. More than one-third of Gen Z is already using generative AI at work, and they are more likely to use AI to better understand personal data. The top 3 most important types of data for Gen Z are financial data, health and fitness data, and technology usage data. However, these are also the 3 most intimidating types of personal data for them. Visualization and insights make data more approachable and actionable, with push notifications, visualizations, and emailed insights being the most actionable data formats. Despite concerns about AI using personal data without consent, Gen Z is more willing to use AI to better understand personal data, with assumed benefits of saving time and providing actionable next steps with better outcomes. As the amount of data created, captured, and consumed worldwide is expected to grow more than 180 zettabytes by 2025, the promise of AI is to help us find the data that can save us time, money, and energy in a world that is producing more data than we can manage on our own. While Americans are thirsty for clean, relevant, trustworthy, and actionable data that can help them make better, more informed decisions and actions, Gen Z is prepared to overcome data anxiety with AI. With the right tools and safeguards in place, AI can empower us to develop the best possible understanding of how our personal data can be used to improve ourselves and those around us. Sources: Gen Z looks to AI to overcome its data anxiety, but the rest of us are worried. 2024, May 1st. ZDNet. www.zdnet.com. Employees input sensitive data into generative AI tools despite the risks. 2024, April 30th. ZDNet. www.zdnet.com. Future of Trust Study. 2024, April 17th. Adobe. www.adobe.com. _future of trust _study _report _2024.pdf * Ortiz, S. 2024, April 18th. 80% of people think deepfakes will impact elections. Here are 3 ways you can prepare. ZDNet. www.zdnet.com. Story title: Challenges faced by Microsoft's responsible AI leader regarding the open web. In a world where chatbots are becoming an increasingly prominent feature of our digital experience, Natasha Crampton, Microsoft's head of responsible AI, has expressed concern about the potential impact on the open web. Crampton, in an interview on Monday, warned of the dangers of breaking the business model of the wider web as tech giants move towards a future where AI-powered chatbots supplement and potentially replace search engines. The core bargain of search, she explains, is the citation and linking to the websites that search engines draw from. This symbiotic relationship is essential for the survival of the open web, and any disruption could have far-reaching consequences. The rise of AI-powered chatbots has been meteoric in recent years, with companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon investing heavily in the technology. These chatbots are designed to provide users with personalized and relevant information based on their queries, often without the need to visit external websites. While this development offers numerous benefits, including convenience and speed, it also raises important questions about the future of the open web. As chatbots become more sophisticated, there is a risk that they could undermine the business model of search engines, which has been built on linking and citing external sources. Crampton's concerns are not unfounded. The dominance of a few tech giants in the digital space has already led to concerns about the erosion of the open web. The risk of further consolidation of power in the hands of a few companies is a real and present danger. Moreover, the impact of AI-powered chatbots on the wider web extends beyond the business model of search engines. The reliance on AI algorithms to provide information raises concerns about the potential for bias and the lack of transparency in the decision-making process. As Crampton notes, there's a risk that people will start to see these models as the source of truth, rather than as a tool to help them find the source of truth. This raises important questions about the role of AI in shaping our understanding of the world and the potential for the propagation of misinformation. Despite these challenges, Crampton remains optimistic about the future of the open web. She emphasizes the need for the industry to proceed with caution, ensuring that the development of AI-powered chatbots does not come at the expense of the wider web. The responsibility of ensuring that AI is used ethically and responsibly lies not just with tech companies but with regulators and users as well. As we move towards an AI-powered future, it is essential that we prioritize the preservation of the open web and the values that underpin it. Source: www.washingtonpost.com. Story title: Unlocking the Potential of Rabbit R1 iBox, It's More Than Just an Android App. In a surprising turn of events, the much-touted Rabbit R1 iBox, marketed as a revolutionary voice command device intended to replace smartphones, has been revealed to be merely an Android app. The discovery was made by Android authorities Mashal Rahman, who found that the software can easily be installed and run on a Pixel 6 smartphone. The Rabbit R1, which aimed to provide an app-free experience, runs on the Android Open Source Project, AOSP, codebase, making it technically not Android, due to Google's trademark restrictions. The device's user interface, primarily a clock, settings screen, and voice input, is also an Android app, further emphasizing its smartphone origins. Rabbit Inc., the company behind the Rabbit R1, has responded negatively to the revelation, threatening legal action against those who attempt to use the software without their official service. Despite Rabbit Inc.'s claims of the device's very bespoke AOSP and lower-level firmware modifications, the truth remains that the device runs on a widely used and open-source operating system. The choice to use AOSP makes sense from a technical standpoint, as it provides the necessary functionality for mobile network connectivity, touchscreen management, hardware input and camera support, and power-efficient operation. However, Rabbit Inc.'s decision to forego Google Play and its associated app compatibility restrictions led them down the path of using AOSP without the proprietary Google code and tracking. This situation highlights the increasing prevalence of AOSP in devices that do not fit into traditional categories, such as smartwatches, VR headsets, and digital signage. As a result, the assumption that new devices from startups utilize AOSP as their operating system is becoming increasingly common. In conclusion, the Rabbit R1 iBox serves as a reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and what seems like a revolutionary new product can sometimes be built upon existing, open-source technologies. Despite Rabbit Inc.'s attempts to differentiate their product, the Rabbit R1 ultimately showcases the power and versatility of AOSP and its potential for use in various applications. Source: ArsTechnica.com. Story title: Enhanced AI features coming to Safari in iOS 18 and macOS 15 inches. In the rapidly evolving world of technology, Apple is set to take AI integration to the next level with its upcoming iOS 18 and macOS 15. While much of the attention has been on general improvements to iOS 18 and Siri, as well as the upcoming M4 chip for Macs, recent reports suggest that Safari will be receiving a significant AI boost. According to Apple Insider, Apple is working on an intelligent search feature that utilizes on-device AI to summarize web pages. The language learning model developed by Apple can identify key phrases and topics, providing users with a summary of the web page's content. This cutting-edge feature is expected to be available in both iOS 18 and macOS 15, set to be announced at WWDC 24 on June 10. In addition to intelligent search, Apple is working on a web eraser that allows users to remove parts of a web page, such as ads, text, and images. Safari will remember the removed parts even when the page is closed, and users will be alerted if the page is revisited. A new page controls menu will also be introduced, collecting user controls currently spread throughout Safari. Apple's AI visual lookup feature will receive an enhancement, providing users with product information. This feature could also be implemented system-wide, not just in Safari. It is worth noting that some features, such as the AI visual lookup, may not be available until 2025. This aligns with previous rumors suggesting that AI features will be rolled out in waves. Apple Insider also recently reported on Apple's plans to update the Notes and Calculator apps. For the latest news and rumors on iOS 18 and macOS 15, check out the iOS 18 and macOS 15 Super Guides. Learn more about WWDC 24 in June. Roman Loyola, senior editor at Macworld, has been covering technology since the early 1990s. His career started at MacUser and has included stints at Mac Addict, Mac, Life, and Tech TV. Source: Safari to get an iBoost in iOS 18, macOS 15 with smarter search, webpage, Eraser, Macworld. English US edition. English UK. English US. Spanish. Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, AirPods, Vision Pro. More. Accessories. Apple TV. Audio. Security. Software. Best picks. Reviews. Deals. Opinion. Rumors. Newsletter. Digital magazine. Subscribe. Digital magazine. Info. Smart answers. Skip to content. Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, AirPods. Hot topics. Smart answers. Let loose iPad event. iPhone 16 WWDC 2024. New iPad Air, iPad Mini 7. Best Mac antivirus. Best Mac VPN. Story title: Intel boosts performance with 500 optimized AI models for Core Ultra processors. In a significant milestone for Intel, the semiconductor giant has announced that over 500 AI models have been optimized for its Core Ultra processors. This development is part of Intel's efforts to position itself as the leading chip supplier for AI-powered PCs. The optimized AI models span over 20 categories, including large language, diffusion, super resolution, object detection, and computer vision. These models are accessible through industry sources such as Hugging Face, ONNX Model Zoo, OpenVINO Model Zoo, and PyTorch. Notable AI models included in the optimization project are Microsoft's Phi 2 small language model, Meta's Llama large language model, OpenAI's Whisper speech recognition model, Stability AI's Stable Diffusion 1.5 text-to-image generation model, Google's BERT natural language understanding model, and the Mistral language model. Intel emphasized the importance of its optimization work, stating that models form the backbone of AI-enhanced software features such as object removal, image super resolution, or text summarization. The models can be used across the Core Ultra's CPU, GPU, and Neural Processing Unit, NPU. Intel is in an arms race with rivals AMD and Qualcomm to provide the best processors for IPCs and enable compelling software experiences to create greater demand for their respective products. Intel's software enablement work is made possible by the investments it has made into client AI processing, framework optimizations, AI tools like OpenVINO, and the broader work required to establish IPCs as a new device category. Robert Halleck, Vice President and General Manager of AI and Technical Marketing in Intel's Client Computing Group, stated that Intel's unmatched selection of models reflects its commitment to building the most robust toolchain for AI developers and a rock-solid foundation for AI software users. This development marks a significant step forward in Intel's efforts to lead the IPC market and establish itself as the go-to supplier for AI chip solutions. Source: www.crn.com. Story title: Decoding the AI-generated message from Pikesville High Principal. In a shocking incident that has sent waves of concern across the nation, Pikesville High School's athletic director, Dajung Darian, was recently arrested for creating a racist audio recording of the school's principal using artificial intelligence. The recording, which included offensive statements about black students, teachers, and Jewish parents, was allegedly made in retaliation for an investigation into Darian's misuse of school funds and theft. The incident highlights the growing threat of deepfakes, which are synthetically generated content often used to misrepresent someone. As artificial intelligence becomes more advanced, the potential for deepfakes to cause harm becomes increasingly pronounced. In the Pikesville High case, the recording was used to create a false narrative and cause discord within the school community. Deepfakes can include artificially generated videos, photos, and audio, usually created with the intention of creating a false version of a person saying or doing whatever the creator desires. These false recordings can be created using websites that only require a few seconds of a person's voice. While earlier versions of deepfakes often had certain tells, such as additional fingers on a body, that made it easy to spot if the images were fake, newer versions are much more sophisticated and can be almost impossible to discern with the human eye. Researchers have been working on ways for websites that generate deepfakes to add different signals, similar to watermarks, to the video or audio that would be detectable to special software. In Maryland, Lawmakers have begun debating changes to state law to adapt to the rapid expansion of artificial intelligence. However, potential laws that would have penalized certain uses of AI, including deepfakes, came up short. The Pikesville High incident marks one of the first times a deepfake case has been prosecuted in the country. As deepfakes become more prevalent and sophisticated, it is crucial for laws to be created to reflect the reality hijacking that these fakes can cause. The incident also highlights the need for society to get a handle on AI before situations like this continue to happen. As Cindy Sexton, president of the Teachers Association of Baltimore County, said, "As a society, we need to get in front of and get a handle on AI because unfortunately, situations like this are going to continue to happen." Sources. Source: www.baltimoresun.com. URL: www.baltimoresun.com. Story title: The Rising Influence of AI on the Cloud Computing Industry. In a significant development for the tech industry, cloud computing giants Amazon, Microsoft, and Google have reported robust growth in their cloud spending, driven by investment in artificial intelligence, AI. This growth marks a turning point for these tech giants, as they had to realign their expectations last year due to a pullback in spending by customers. According to a recent report by Reuters, Amazon's cloud computing arm, AWS, grew by 17% in the first quarter of 2024, surpassing Wall Street's growth estimate of 15%. Similarly, Microsoft's Azure and Google Cloud grew by 31% and 28%, respectively, during the same period. The growth in cloud infrastructure market, which is valued at $270 billion, is a significant revenue engine for Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet. The surge in spending by corporate customers is a clear indication that AI investment is bearing fruit, as investors drive these stocks to record highs due to optimism about the emerging technology. Many big customers have resumed spending on cloud computing after pausing last year to cut costs. The industry has been at the forefront of adopting AI, and customers have begun to buy new functionality at a rapid pace. For instance, Microsoft's Azure AI customers have grown in number, and average spend has increased. AI services contributed 7 percentage points in growth to Azure, up from 6 percentage points in the previous quarter. Google Cloud, too, has seen an increase in the number of funded generative AI startups and nearly 90% of Gen AI unicorns using its services. The growth in cloud computing is expected to continue, as there is an inevitable and continuous migration of workloads to the cloud, with IT spending consolidating towards large platforms, including the hyperscalers. In conclusion, the growth in cloud computing, driven by AI investment, is a significant development for the tech industry. The cloud infrastructure market is a significant revenue engine for the tech giants, and the growth in spending by corporate customers is a clear indication that AI investment is bearing fruit. With the continuous migration of workloads to the cloud, the growth in cloud computing is expected to continue. Source: IndianExpress.com. Story title: Unveiling FKA Twigs, Innovative Use of Deepfake AI Technology. FKA Twigs, the innovative British singer-songwriter, has made a groundbreaking move by creating a deepfake AI version of herself. The artist, whose real name is Talia Debrett Barnett, revealed her creation during her testimony before the U.S. Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Intellectual Property, where she discussed the dangers of artificial intelligence, particularly for artists like herself. FKA Twigs has been working on her iTwigs for the past year, training it not only to mimic her personality but also to speak in her exact tone of voice in various languages. She plans to use this technology to handle her online social media interactions, allowing her to focus on her art. Though she recognizes the potential benefits of deepfake technology, FKA Twigs emphasized the importance of consent and legislation. She cautioned against repeating the mistakes of the past, where policies and controls to keep pace with emerging technology were not put in place to protect artists and vulnerable individuals. Her concerns are not unfounded. Recently, 8 American newspapers announced that they would be suing Microsoft and OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, for using their work as training data without consent. The US still lacks federal laws criminalizing the use of deepfake technology without permission, leaving individuals, particularly those in abusive relationships, vulnerable to revenge pornography using deepfake technology. FKA Twigs' decision to create an AI version of herself is a bold step towards exploring the potential of artificial intelligence in the entertainment industry. However, it also underscores the urgent need for legislation to control deepfake technology and protect the rights of artists and individuals. For more information on this story, visit the source, time.com.